It's a 3-fold flap. We've done these many times before.
All right, let's get started.
But these are completely blank compared to what we've done before. Just leave it. We don't need calculators today.
So I'm going to get eyes and ears up here, please. So if we look at our objective, what are we graphing today?
Horizontal and vertical line.
Horizontal and vertical lines. So we kind of talked about the characteristic of horizontal and vertical lines in our warm-up. So we're going to organize those characteristics into our notes. So what I'm going to have you first do is take one of your pieces and lay it down horizontally. Like the horizon, good. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you write, you see on our, today we're going over HOI bucks. That's our acronym for our horizontal and vertical lines. So we're going to write HOI on our first one. HOI for horizontal. Big letters. Say it with power. There you go. So H for horizontal. We have our notes horizontally. So we're going to open our first flap, our H. We're going to open our H. So our first one, we're gonna write the graph will be a horizontal line. So H for horizontal. So I'll have you write the graph. Will be a horizontal line. And I boxed my horizontal just so it stands out when I go back and reference my notes. Pause what you're doing. Okay, good. Just want to make sure you're not. Now what I want to do is I want to sketch a horizontal graph, or a horizontal line on my graph. So I'll have you create a little graph. And what was our horizontal line? What did it look like? Show me with your arm, what does the horizontal line look like? Horizontal, like the horizon. So I'm just going to go up one. Make my points. And create a line. We have our graph, our horizontal line. A couple more seconds for the photocopy that.
So you're just sketching so that you have a visual. This is what a horizontal line would look like as a graph.
So now we're going to move on to the O. So during our warm-up, when we looked at this horizontal line, what did our slope look like? Remember slope, dude? What was our slope? What did he say?
This is 0 fun.
Everybody?
Say it again.
This is 0 fun.
Good. So our horizontal lines, we'll write this down. Horizontal lines. Lines have a 0 slope. And again, I'm going to box that 0 just so it stands out. You can underline it, bold it, whatever you want to do.
Add an S after line.
Oh, thank you. Horizontal lines have a 0 slope. This is 0 fun. So when we look at our line here, what was our equation for slope? Anybody remember?
Y equals mx.
That's slope-intercept form for our equation, but what's our equation? What's another equation?
What's another word for slope?
When you're looking at
When we're graphing it.
G-chain.
The difference of the y and the difference of the x, also known as difference of the y and the difference of the x, also known as,
Rise over run.
Remember when we rapped?
Remember that?
oh, let's bring that
I
back.
have to rap again.
We're gonna make you dance all over again.
Yeah, you can dance.
We did that?
So when we're looking at this line here, horizontal line, what's our rise? If we're going from one point to another.
0.
Good. Our rise is 0. What's our run? If we're just going from this point to this point, what's our run?
1.
1. So what's 0 divided by 1?
0.
0. So that proves that our slope is 0. Any questions on that part? Our slope? Couple more seconds for people to copy it down. Now we're going to move on to our y. So our y, we're going to look at equations. So what do our equations look like? So equations look like y equals a number. So we're going to write equations. Equations look like y equals a number. So I'm going to box that so it's easier to see. So y equals a number. Alright, so if we look back at that first graph that we sketched, what do you think our equation is going to be? Did we go, what did we go? We went how many up?
2.
1. We went up 1. I mean, yours might be different if you sketched a different graph, but I only went up 1. So my equation is going to be y equals 1. And I can write that over here if I want to, y equals 1 next to my graph.
Yeah, box it if you want.
So when we look at our line, what line or what axis do we cross? What does it cross? Does it cross the x-axis or the y-axis? The y-axis. So we'll write our line crosses the y-axis. So it crosses the y-axis. Alright, so I'm going to close my notes and I'm going to just write a couple of hints on the front. So what does my H stand for? Horizontal. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line. What does the O stand for? Or you can look at it as a 0, so it stands for 0. For 0 slope. And what about that Y? What about that last one? Not slope.
The axis.
So it's for our equations, we can write an equal sign. So you know that your equations should look like y equals a number for your horizontal line. So we talked about our horizontal line, so Miss Maiden is going to talk about our vertical line.
Alright, so vertical. So for horizontal, we had our organizer going horizontally. When we talk about vertical lines, it's going to go vertically. It's going to go up and down. Up and down. Up and down. That's what you write on the next one. That's how you write on the front. Alright, so is your notes going up and down like mine? What? Oh. Already done? Alright, so on my first flap, I'm going to write V. This is going to spell out box. So V is going to be on my first flap. V for, what do you think the V stands for? If H, yeah, vertical. If H stood for horizontal, V is going to stand for vertical. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a vertical line. So I go down just like that. So that's the top of my front flap. I'm going to go ahead and open that flap up. And so I know from the front that the graph is going to be what? Vertical. My line is going to be vertical, right? So I'm going to write down the graph will be write it down. Your note should look like mine, right?
Yes.
Well, you're close. Be a vertical. And I'm going to go ahead and box that.
Will be a
Vertical line.
Will be a vertical line. Looks like that. And I'm going to go ahead and draw an example. So I'm going to draw my graph. And I'm going to go up one. I'm just going to go up 1 point right here. Boop. And then I'm going to draw my line. I always put the arrows on the ends of the line. Oh wait, nope, sorry guys. That's not right.
I was just about to correct you.
So scratch out that graph. We're going to make another one. Did you do it right anyways? Well, you can teach next hour.
I'm good.
So I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over to the right once. When I go over to the right, it's positive. So I'm going to go over once to the right. And then I'm going to draw my line. And it's going to be a vertical. Remember, vertical is up and down. My line's going to be vertical. It's going to go up and down. And then I'm going to go ahead and label my axis in case I forget. So this is my x-axis, and right here, this one is my y. Okay, so does everybody have that down for the vertical, for V? I'm going to move on. So I'm going to write a U in the middle. A U for my middle flap right here. I'm going to go ahead and open that flap up. And so what kind of slope did the vertical line have? Undefined. Let's all say it together. Like slope did undefined. Great job. I'm going to write that down. Vertical lines have...
Okay, so write that down.
Vertical lines have undefined slope. And I'm going to box that word undefined. Yep. Undefined slope. So if I look back to the graph I made, the example I made earlier, what is my rise going to be? When I think about slope, slope is rise over run. What's my rise going to be for example one, for this example right here? I go up 1. So my rise is going to be 1. So I'm going to write that right here, 1. And then that's my rise. What's my run?
Your run is...
Am I moving from the left or the right? Am I moving?
No.
No, so I'm going to have 0.
You're gonna have 0 fun.
I'm gonna have... So what does that give me? When I have 1 over 0, what does it give me? It doesn't give me a 0 because it gave me a 0 for horizontal. 1. If you're not sure, don't guess, put it in your calculator.
We went over this before.
We went over it before a long time ago.
Error.
Error. It's going to give us an error.
Error.
So I'm going to write that down. If I don't run it. E-R-R-O-R. If you can remember that the E is error.
Some calculators will spell out the word error, some will just do the E like mine does, some will do U, so it just depends on your calculator. But you know, if you don't have a number, then you know it's an E.
Alright, does everybody have that down? I'm gonna move on to the next box. Okay, I'm moving on.
Next box, let's go.
Next box, our next box in box is going to be an X.
Xbox.
Last box. I'm gonna go ahead and open that
Be quiet,
flap.
Miss Maiden is speaking.
I'm gonna open that flap. What are my equations gonna look like? What is it gonna look like? I see you.
X equals number.
An X equals a number. That's right. So I'm gonna write down equations. Look like. Can you raise it up a little bit higher? X equal a number. I'm gonna box that. Important. And then from our example that we made under like the V, what was our example? X would equal, when we look at this, we went up 1.
X equals 1.
So X is going to equal 1.
Oh my God.
So when we look at this, when we look at our example at the top, what line does what axis does our line cross? Does it cross the x-axis or the y-axis?
No, X
What does it cross? The
Oh, I
x.
did it wrong.
Yep. So I'm going to write that down here under the x flap. Line crosses. Higher. There you go. Line crosses the x-axis. And then I'm going to box that x-axis right here. And then I just want to go over the front again. So V, our V stands for vertical. It's going to go up and down. What does the U stand for? Undefined. So I'm just going to write that right at the bottom. Did you?
Hey, why did you put it on the bottom of it?
Undefined.
Undefined.
Undefined. I always think that's look dude when I hear that. And then the X. What am I going to, my X equals a number. So I'm going to write X equals. You can write X equals, or you can write X equals a number and just use that hashtag sign. All right. And so that is your notes. You can move it.